All right, so let's get started. First, we need to thank the folks who really can make this program move forward. We need to look in your packets. I hope you all got packets. There's a sponsor page. It's the first thing that you see. Our lead sponsor, J.P. Morgan Chase. We have a gold sponsor, Greenman Peterson, RXR, National Grid, Verizon, and Renaissance Downtowns. We have the largest amount of sponsors than we've ever had at a Smart Growth Summit. It grows and grows. So let's give a hand to all the sponsors that make this day work and function. Many of you are here in this room right now. You keep the Smart Growth movement, keeping the lights on. Thank you. We have a number of elected officials that are here today. We're going to introduce a number of them on this dais in a minute. We have them coming and going throughout the day. There's a list here of 40 plus. Actually, we're probably close to 50. I do want to acknowledge Assemblyman Andy Reyes somewhere in this room. Andy, where are you? All right, Assemblyman Andy Reyes, let's give him a hand. And we have others, and we will be introducing them as we go. So we will move on with that, but there are municipal officials, there are state officials, federal officials. We've got a big luncheon program. We do expect the senator at lunch, and we know we're going to have a big crowd. This room is going to be full. It's our biggest Smart Growth Summit yet. We have 1,000 people registered. We met our goal this year. We anticipate 1,000 people coming and going today. So let's give a hand to the biggest summit that we've ever had. With all your help. We have a special treat. John Norquist, the head of the Congress for the New Urbanism, is going to be joining us for a keynote speech. We also have messages from Nassau County Executive Ed Mangano and Suffolk County Exec-elect Steve Ballone. So this is the first time in a number of years that we've had messages from both county execs who are committed to smart growth, and that's exciting. We have not had that in the past for sure. So with that, I do want to move forward. There's been a lot of progress in this last year. 36 smart growth projects with 4,900 units of housing have been approved over the last 5+ years. Over 5,000 additional units are currently under review. Sandy Hills and Middle Island, you're going to hear about that from Connie Keppard. Glen Cove Piazza was approved. You're going to hear about that later from Ralph Swazi. Avalon and Huntington Station, certainly controversial, but that did get approved this year. The Mount Sinai Village Center, the Meadows in Yaphank, Master Plan for Housing, which we never thought would get approved, finally got approved in Farmingdale, thank God. The Paramount Theater in Huntington opened, and if everyone hasn't been down there, I went to see this heavy metal band Korn. I just loved them. It was great. But there are other concerts. You can see Willie Nelson, you can see B.B. King, but really, I can't believe that there's that type of fabulous entertainment in downtown Huntington. Art Space Lofts in Patchogue, the Hyatt Place and Aquarium in Riverhead. It goes on and on and on. You're going to hear about it today. Never did we think 10 years ago that we'd see these types of projects advancing. And for all the naysayers and the folks who complain and whine and moan and just give you a whole lot of negative energy that blocks and just gets in the way of progress, point to the downtowns and the project that you're doing, the people that are here today are doing, and just show up in those downtowns, support those small businesses, support those projects, and have it spread virally. And that's what's happening, and that's the message that's missing from a lot of the regional players and the top-down negative folks on Long Island. And we're past them. We're getting it done, and you're getting it done. And that's the message that we're going to send today, and we're going to keep moving forward. So Glen Isle, we got things to do. The Nassau Hub, plan after plan, has struggled. So there is some bad news. We're going to talk about that candidly today. We've got a workshop. A casino plan for Belmont. Folks feel that's a more appropriate place. There's a lot of Elmont folks in the room today. They certainly want to see economic development. Heartland Town Square is starting to move forward. We're going to hear from that developer. The Ronkonkoma Hub, Wyandanch Rising. There is under construction Alexon at West Hempstead. Even Smithtown. Our organization got in a little trouble for giving them a Dumb Growth Award a while back. Quite frankly, they are trying to do some traffic calming in the downtown where people are dying in that downtown on their roadway, but they're working with DOT in a very positive manner. New Village proposal got approved in Patchogue. Connie Keppett, again, is going to talk about a Quorum Theater revitalization. And our county exec-elect, Steve Ballone, is moving forward on the Connect Long Island plan, which is pulling together a lot of projects in Western Suffolk in ways that we, quite frankly, didn't think would move forward. State policies, we got some things done. We got another bill passed, complete streets. Did we ever think that would move forward? We didn't, but it is. Senator Chuck Fischello is going to be there to talk about that. Sandy Vega, who led the charge, Tri-State Transportation Campaign. Our whole Long Island Lobby Day coalition that has passed now 3 bills. We're going up to Albany. We've got Infrastructure Bank on the agenda, Solar Jobs Development Act, and some Universal Design, a couple other things that we haven't gotten forward. We want new partners to join us in Albany. We've got 45 members strong. We want to get to 50, 60. And lastly, there's a rise in activity in downtowns, festivals, family fun nights, farmers markets, movie nights, arts events, buy locally campaigns, you name it, it's happening, and even through this difficult economy. And I think the theme today is placemaking through a difficult economy. We've got to pull together, just like families pull together in difficult times. Those of us that are advancing downtown projects need to pull together. We don't have time for the BS. We don't have time for, well, you know, I don't like him, I don't like her, all the petty issues that we might have had. We've got to get past them. It's over, folks. We've got to work together to make Long Island grow. So, and you know what we've got to do. We know what we've got to do. Now the point is to really up our game. And you're going to get case studies. You're going to get a lot of information today. We got over 100+ speakers, all right? There's a lot of people here. Please leave here connecting to each other in ways that maybe you haven't. Find some new friends and allies. And we're going to be live blogging on our Facebook as we go throughout the day. So check your phones and check out what's happening in other workshops when, if you didn't know, if you can't get to everything. So we're here to assist and guide. You know, that's I think where we need to stop. Before I move it on to our special guest speaker this morning, before we get our panel, we have our, as you know, the 11th Annual Smart Growth Awards will be now June 15th. We want nominations in at the end of January, so get them in. We already know some projects that are deserving of awards, and some last year. Many of you get grumpy when we don't give your projects awards. You yell at me, you scream, you call up, you say, why didn't I get an award? You know, so, well, there's a lot of great projects, so we've got some time. But we want to see support for another great set of awards.